everywhere. And you've gone as high as you can.
Now, this is like a meat locker. All right, guys, have at it.
Hey, Coach, just your thoughts on the game and kind of maybe where you guys go from here as far as trying to get over the hump.
Well, I think that, the thoughts on the game, first question first. I thought that we played pretty well offensively early, and then that kind of balanced out. I think we had like 16 points, 15 minutes left, and then we only had like 12 points the rest of the half, if I'm not mistaken. So we had some opportunities. We got the ball where we wanted to go and didn't finish a few possessions, and then we went through a stretch where we didn't guard at all. I didn't feel, and then they get about a 6-point lead, if I'm not mistaken. It may have been 26-18. I can't remember. Then I thought we actually guarded fairly well when we went small the rest of the half and got back in it. Probably could have had a lead at halftime. I'm not sure we would have deserved it, but went in down one. And second half, we kind of traded baskets for a while, about the first 15 minutes, even though we were kind of playing from a behind small deficit. But I think that what the game came down to, even though we didn't rebound the ball very well, and certainly we didn't run great offense over a 40-minute period. But what the game came down is, can you guard your man? And we showed time and time again that they beat us off of basically going one-on-one where we had to foul or whatnot, and that was the difference the second half. We just didn't guard our man.
Hey, Coach, just
and hang on a second. And I think Shay's second question, where do we go from here? Well, we go back to practice. We're just like, 97% of the other teams in America. They have, we've had a hard stretch, but hell, we played 3 road games too against all 3 tournament teams. So, I don't think that we're talented enough not to have a hard stretch if we don't play well when we're playing on the road against teams that are tournament teams. So, I don't think it's broken. I do think that it certainly needs some repairing. I think we need a new boost of energy. May need to shake things up a little bit lineup wise, but certainly, I think that we can. I told our guys after the season, the storybook season is done. The storybook season of, as far as winning all the games and being a 1 or 2 seed, and that's probably done. What we have to create is a storybook ending, and that's still in play. And so we're going through the same things that all other teams in America go through at some point in time. We're 4-4 in the league, and I think and we played a heck of a schedule. It's not lost by any stretch as far as us having a great season, but the storybook part of the season, that's not going to play out the way that teams hope it does. So now we just got to make sure that we get good enough that we can put ourselves in position to have a storybook ending, and I think that would be more important anyway. So that's where we're at, and that's what I'm going to try to emphasize, and certainly believe we'll get better and hopefully put ourselves in position to do that.
How worried about their psyche are you with regard to that?
Well, I'm a big believer in this. I think, playing at Oklahoma State and you lose on the last possession, and here, it's a 1 possession game, at the under 4 timeout, and Baylor it wasn't. But I don't think. Our psyche's probably a little fragile right now. But good gosh, doesn't everybody's psyche get fragile over the course of a marathon? So I'm not going to use that as an excuse. We need to get some guys' heads probably right, and I don't mean from a bad attitude standpoint, but where we're probably thinking the right things more. But that's obviously a concern. But that's the way it is everywhere. We just haven't had to deal with it much here.
Coach, what did you think of the play of Marcus today? Coach,
I don't hear very well. So what I think of the play of Marcus?
Yes, sir.
I thought, fortunately we had him today, because we didn't, this would have been ugly. He shot the ball well. He made a couple of bad plays late. God, he gets so tired. But, you really think about it, and if people really want to dissect his game, think of it like this: who guards the ball at the end of the clock on our team, other than him? And I think that's one of the things that Ochai does to some extent. But we don't have great individual defenders that can lock in and really guard, and that was very evident late and how they scored their points. So. To think that he got 19 and 12 and 4 and was by far our most efficient and most superior defender, I think it means he had a heck of a ball game.
How do you address that defensively? Do you change up lineups? Do you change up how
we
you
could,
guard?
but I don't know the lineup change will help in just that regard, because I think everybody's shown that over the course of time. I think that when you got to be turned up at the last 10 seconds of a shot clock. How many times did they score or get fouled late? I mean, a couple of them were so unfortunate. I mean, they call a BS foul whenever with 1 second left on the shot clock and Mitch fell on top of the guy. Even though it may be a foul, but God, you talk about bailing them out and giving them 2 free throws, and then I remember that play being called a little differently in another game that we had, but that's those things happen, and they especially happen on the road, and we got to be tough enough to play through that. But we had balls in our hands, we had opportunities to take advantage of some things where we didn't. But the thing about it is, it just drives me nuts more than anything. What about transition defense to start the game? What about not being able to get sorted after a made basket? There were some things going on that when we were ahead 16 to 12 or 16 to 14, it should have been 16 to 8. And if that's the case, the half finishes differently than the way it did. We've just got to we got to do, I guess, more things to try to not let guys get exposed as much as we have been. And OU does the best job of anybody in our league playing the switches, and certainly they did that today and was very effective.
Bill, you mentioned the lineups. I guess, what do you think, or what were your thoughts with changing that up? What were you discussing there?
I don't know yet. I think it's time to go back to practice floor determines who plays, as opposed to, you go into a season and you want there to be 5 starters. And you want there to be a little separation between your starters and your bench, and there has been for the most part this year, but it's been too inconsistent of late. So I think that we just need something to stir it up. It's not being negative; it's just something to stir up. Try something different. And I don't know what that will be yet. Maybe it depends on how we practice and who performs best over the next week before we play TCU. But we definitely need to kind of stir it up and get our mojo back and play with energy. We did not play hard today. I don't think that's the issue. I don't think we played with the same energy that I would like, and I don't think we played near as tough at game point is what I think we need to do.
How would you assess your shot quality today?
You guys got to speak up because I can't.
How would you assess the shots you got today?
Damn, CJ, you don't have to yell. I actually thought pretty good early. I thought David missed 2 or 3 that were right under the basket. That's what we have to play to, and if we don't make those, and it's probably going to be a long day, but that's what we have to play to. I thought when things were going kind of bad there for about a 5-minute stretch in the first half, I think we lost our mind with shot selections. And started clicking off some threes that were guarded and early in the possession. But I didn't think it was awful. I thought for the most part it was actually decent. I thought the looks we got were pretty good and very makeable and within who we are. But I think there was, to your point, I think there was a stretch that we can obviously do a better job, especially playing away from home.
Coach, you've been looking for that faster start, and you got it today. Do you have any idea what led to that today?
I don't know that I agree with you, Matt. I think we got a faster start offensively.
Sure, yeah.
I don't know that I would agree that we did on both ends, probably, like one would think. You know, the way I look at this, and you guys probably think I'm nuts, I look at it as if we weren't making shots, where we would be. How does a team that doesn't make shots look up and you're not playing very well and you're up 2? That's kind of how I look at this. And when we say faster start, I don't know what it was offensively. You know, guys just made shots. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but I don't feel like we took advantage of us making shots because we allowed them to as well.
Gotcha.
It sounds like you still have a lot of optimism about what this team could do this year. How far away are you guys from playing to your ceiling, do you think, right now?
Well, I think we were playing to our ceiling better in December than we are now. So I think I actually believe that we were playing better then. I don't think that we played as well. I think our confidence has probably been hit a little bit. I think we'll get that back. I am very optimistic that this team can still have a very, very, very successful and potentially storybook ending. I still believe that. I think that we've got to do some soul searching and look in the mirror, and I'm talking about coaches, everybody, and find out, hey, just what do we really need to do and commit to for us to be the best we can be? Because I think that we say we want to commit to it, but I don't think we're totally all bought into that. And so I think that there's some things that we can do to improve in that area. But it just seems like to me we had some success early, and early when I'm talking about the season, especially after the Gonzaga game, we were pretty damn good after the Gonzaga game till Christmas. I mean, we were a good team. I mean, what did we go, like 7-0 and play the best, the most ranked teams of anybody that come? I mean, we were pretty good. But post Christmas, and usually our teams get better after Christmas. Post Christmas, we haven't been near as good. And I think a lot of it is the competition. I think it's where we're playing, but I also think we don't have the same oomph as what we had prior. And so I am optimistic that we're not playing close to our ceiling, and we probably were playing close to our ceiling or much closer to our ceiling in December.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
Anything else, guys? Chris, running you off.